All right, what's good with you boys? Today I want to talk about the pros and how we shouldn't try to implement their strategies exactly. What I mean is, take what you need from them. They're very good players. They're pros, obviously. They're in the rank they are for a reason. But oftentimes we just try to imitate them way too much. I remember when I first started playing Thor, I was just typing in every Thor guide I could and seeing how people played and everything they did. And from sometimes one thing wouldn't work and I'd hop to the next. And, I'd try to front line like some guy. I try to play an awakening spammer like another guy. I try to do off angles and flanks like another dude. And none of it was really working for me. But I did, internalize everything they were doing. Like I picked and choose what information I wanted to keep from those people. It's not that those ideas were bad. It's just that I were using them at the wrong time. And some people's whole play styles centered around, like, let's say the flanking play style. And that just wasn't me. I found out I'm a better to flank when I feel like flanking. If I see weaknesses in the team, I see them split up. If I see I need to take an off angle, I'll do it versus somebody who does it every time. And then some people like to just, hang back and spam awakening. But, that also isn't my play style. I like to get in the fight. I like to do, big damage disrupt, and sometimes, a lot of people like to just dive the back line consistently. And, that wasn't my play style either. I'll do it sometimes. I'll do it when I feel like I have an opening. So my whole thing boiled down to is I had to find my own way to play Thor. And it's actually just a mixture of everything. And that's what worked for me. But if I just kept trying to, the play style I tried to implement the most was the off angles flanking, like I was a Magic, a Psylocke, or something like a Spider-Man or something like that. Black Panther, whatever you want to use, something like that. I was just trying to be a flanker, man. And I tried this for, you won't believe how long I tried. And I was wondering why it just wasn't working for me. Like I tried this for just say more hours. I mentioned it in another video, but I tried this for more hours than you would think. And I'm like, why am I not getting Thor down? Why am I not grasping it? And the reason I was doing this because I'm a Captain America main, right? So he's pretty simplistic in what he does. He's not an easy tank to play by far, but in what he does is very straightforward. You want to dive, you want to be a mosquito, you want to disrupt. But Thor had more tools than Captain America, right? Cap, you're not really diving in and expecting to like wipe the back line, get a bunch of kills. You want to pester them. If you get a kill on the way out, cool, man. It's great, but more than likely you're trying to either dive in, pester the healers. If you see a weak DPS or healer, take them out. If you want to, you can stall the cart, jumping back and forth, using your I forget what, but his ultimate to stall the cart. And it's pretty simple in what he's meant to do. He's not meant to burst anybody down. He's not meant to frontline tank. I mean, you can use your shield to, block incoming damage for your teammates and things like that, reflect ultimates and make good plays like that. For the most part, you know what you want to do. But the reason I was Googling guys on Thor is I had no clue what I wanted to do. And I was trying to play like these pros for so long. And that's not it, man. You see a pro go out there and they make a big play. They have a really good understanding of this game more than likely. Like that same play might not work for you. And you're not inspiring your teammates to, just having a pro player on the team changes the way, some people are going to play, some people are going to act. They're going to step their game up versus a nobody. Their comms are going to be good. I mean, they know what to do at that high level versus you're in these low levels. Nobody's going to be on comms with you. I haven't found a game, well, I can't say that, but the majority of my games are without comms, right? Majority of my games are without coordination. I mean, somebody's dropping an alt 9 times out of 10. You just got to be watching for it, right? If your teammate's going in with a Agamotto or a Star-Lord alt or something like that, you just have to be aware. They're not telling you, and it's fine, man. It's some people just don't want to communicate, and you can't expect it at all times. But the flip side of that is, more than likely than not, the professionals at their level are always going to have that communication, that layer of communication. And they're always going to have their skills to back them. A pro can go in and make a play and wipe the whole team versus you trying that and you just dive 6 people and, it didn't turn out so well. So you have to stop trying to hold ourselves to these standards. We have to stop trying to play like these guys. I mean, you're never going to climb making the wrong play over and over. I found this out the hard way. Like, the right play for them can be completely the wrong play for them, because you're expecting. Another thing with the professionals are they're fighting other professionals. You're more likely than not they're in eternity, one above all, celestial, things like that, and they're fighting other very good top 500 players, and they're not going to make many mistakes. Versus, you could be making the same amount of plays, the same amount of things, but you're playing different competition who's not going to react accordingly. And it reminds me of like fighting games, right? Like, I used to play a lot of fighting games, and fighting the good players, I actually knew what to expect, right? I knew what was going on. Like, I know I got to watch, especially something, okay, let's go like something, even a simpler fighting game, but it's actually complicated at its core, Smash Bros, right? You have to watch like the character, see everything they're doing, and make a response to that. You have to outplay them. But, I'd sit back and play casual Smash with like my son and my little brother and things like that, and I would absolutely like sometimes get decimated, and they're not professionals. It's just like they're doing weird things that I do not expect. I can't read them. I can't get a read on what they're doing because everything they're doing is so random. I remember when I played Mortal Kombat 11 with my son, I was getting absolutely dog walked, and I could not fathom what was going on. Like, I know I'm better, but it's just weird. You can't apply the sciences of fighting a good player versus an unknown factor. And that's what a lot of, if it boils down to, in the lower ranks or the non-professional people, even the mid to higher ranks, like up to grandmaster and such, it gets a bit weird when you get to playing with people. Like, you never know what their next move, what their next step is going to be, or how they're feeling. So all in all, I just want to say, we can't hold ourselves to these pro standards. We can't keep playing by the pros. I did it for a long time. If you really want to know, I did it like 100 hours trying to play like the pros on Thor, and it never clicked. And then I finally started playing like me, and I'm instantly winning games. I instantly ranked up. I'm instantly climbing. So that's all I wanted to leave y'all with. Y'all let me know your thoughts down below. It's your boy KLG Ouchie. You have a good day. Stay safe. See you in the next one. Peace.